Let's talk about this because there has been so much attention on who is showing up to the NFC Championship game, more really than on the game itself. And it all started with the last game of the regular season where Niner Nation took over SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles and the 49ers beat the Rams to get into the playoffs. Then news came that the Rams were trying to restrict ticket sales to LA County residents only for the championship game against the Niners. And so now everybody wants to know just how many Niner fans are going to be in the building. Joining us now is somebody who can give us some insight, Adam Bedelli at StubHub ticket expert. Adam, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
Okay, let's talk about what the Rams were doing because we saw that they were trying to restrict sales based on the zip code of your billing address and all of this. So talk to us about what was going on with that. Were they actually restricting sales?
Yes. I mean, in general at StubHub, we strongly believe that access to events are important for fans everywhere. And we did confirm with the NFL that the restrictions that the Rams were trying to place on Ticketmaster will not affect any of our buyers and sellers. But in general, it's really hard to try to block buyers based on zip code when in today's day and age, fans really live everywhere. So based on what we've seen, it hasn't changed much. We have about 75% of our sales currently from the state of California, and 43% of them are from Northern California. That's a sharp increase from the game that you just mentioned a few weeks ago, where we only had 20% of our sales coming from Northern California, and it still was basically a 49ers home game in SoFi. So we are expecting to see similar trends as we head into the NFC Championship game this weekend.
I love it. So based on that, are you expecting it to kind of play out that way where we're going to see a significant amount of 49ers fans there at the game?
Absolutely. The data shows that, it should be a strong contingency. Now, it may be hard to really replicate what we saw there in Week 17, but without a doubt, if you turn on your TV on Sunday afternoon, you're going to see a lot of red in the stands.
Yeah. Is this higher than like a typical NFC Championship game?
Absolutely. This game has tremendous demand, and we are on pace to actually have this be the highest selling playoff, non-Super Bowl, of course, game in StubHub history. The current average ticket price is about $1,200. And to put that in perspective, the NFC Championship game just 2 years ago in our backyard in Levi's was only $674. So clearly the demand's there. Both fan bases are super eager for a chance to go to another Super Bowl.
That is so cool. I mean, of course, it tells you that fans are eager. Does it tell you anything else just seeing numbers like this for this game?
To see prices this high, typically it does show that the fan bases are both geographically close by. And that's something we've seen in other sports as well. So with the 49ers having a strong contingency, not only in LA, but it's a short drive or flight for the Bay Area, you're going to see ticket prices stay significantly higher because you don't have to take into account of a cost for major travel. And trends are showing that way for whoever does win this game, with this being the first Super Bowl in roughly 30 years in LA. With a West Coast participant, potentially local, prices for the Super Bowl should break some records as well.
Oh goodness, no, I didn't want to hear that. But it's the
Let's
reality.
Take it one game at a time.
Right.
But it's going to be exciting nonetheless.
You're right, though. I mean, it's something that you have to think about. Okay, so let's talk about this game. Can you give us a percentage of like how many Niners fans you think are going to be at the game?
It's really impossible. We have seen people project out there around 65%. Yeah. All we can say is, look, there's at least 43% of buyers coming from Northern California. Majority of those we have to assume are 49er fans. And when you add in the fact that 80% of our buyers for the last matchup were from LA, and that still became 65% 49er fans. Anything's possible, but we do anticipate both teams are going to be ready and understanding that it's going to be a unique environment for an NFC Championship where either team may be able to grab home field advantage.
I love it. Well, I'm claiming a Niners takeover. Are you cheering for anybody in particular?
As a Bay Area resident here in San Francisco and a season ticket holder, go Niners.
We love it. Okay, last question. If you just saw this interview, you're excited, you're like, I think I need to go down to the game. You said they're like $1,200, right, the tickets now for the game this weekend? And how many of those tickets are left? Did I understand that correctly?
So currently the get-in price is $600 for the game. And then if you want to jump up and sit behind one of the benches around midfield, it's going to cost you well over $3,000. But We have just about 4,400 tickets left, which is not a lot when you think about the size of SoFi Stadium, roughly 6% tickets available. So the average ticket price sold is about $1,200. So
Okay.
it's going to be an expensive game, but there are some great tools out there that buyers can use to make sure they get in for the right price for them.
I love it. Well, I'm assuming you're going to be there. And so I hope you live for all of us fans who are going to be watching wherever we are. But as always, I appreciate you giving us this perspective and getting us excited about this game.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right.